What I'm going to do now is rig the spinnaker. So first of all, I've got the halyard here. I just make sure that that's not tangled. Worth noting on this halyard that I've got a knot to stop it. Allows a small amount of the spinnaker to fly just free of the mast. That means that if it's twisted, it allows enough spin for it to untwist. And to stop the knot getting jammed in the sheave at the top, I've got a bobble there. So I just tie it so that there's about 3 inches or so on that side. Then I would go down one side of the spinnaker. So on this spinnaker, this is the starboard side, and attach the sheet to that side. Again, I tie mine on with a small bowline, and as you can see, I try and tie quite a tight bowline onto that. If I now go along the bottom of the sail, I can then take the downhaul. Now I've got 2 patches on my spinnaker, so I will go through from the outside, and then I should find the second patch is just here. So it goes through here, and again I tie with a bowline. This time I tie the bowline, quite a big one, with about a foot or a foot and a half on loop. How much you can do will depend a bit on how much spare downhaul you've got. The reason I do this is that when I pull it in, it helps prevent the spinnaker bunching quite so much. And then finally I can go down the other side of the spinnaker. Make sure it goes round. If you've got the jib hoist, it goes round the front of the jib and ties that one on with again with another small bowline. I'm then going to just shove it into here. Now today I've got the wind coming from over in that sort of direction, so it's fairly easy to hoist the spinnaker just sitting. So what I'll do is I'll put the pole on first. You can't do this on things like this when you're on the water, but just to give you an idea of how it's rigged. So I've got the pole, it's tight, I'll hold down till it's lifted. Go around the other side. So that's the guy side, this is the sheet side, so we release the twinning line so that runs free. And then I can just hoist the spinnaker up. Knee on the boat. So there we are with the spinnaker rigged. You can see how the downhaul works. So then when I come to drop it, I can take up all the slack on the downhaul first. Helps the spinnaker. Leave it again, pulling quickly. And we'll forge it back into the chute. This one won't go in because then I can release the pole, put it back, and that's it. So just to recap again, I've got the spinnaker halyard which goes up the mast, down, back to the helm position, round and back round, comes a continuous loop onto the spinnaker with the downhaul. I've got the 2 sheets connected to the 2 corners and linked to those twinning lines, so that I can let them out or pull them in. I've got a cleat for the guy side, which I can cleat off here. And then with the pole, it's stored along the boom, and I can push it out into this upper or downhaul, flip it onto the front of the mast, and then I can adjust the height of the pole from just behind the hoop. Interesting to note, a couple of things with the pole. One is I always put it in with the jaws facing upwards. That makes it slightly easier to get off the mast. when you've done that. The other thing is got these tripping lines so that when you jibe, if you pull in one direction or the other, you can actually release the jaws to drop out the guy. Thank you, Alex.